Hey, this is Matt once again. What about the other video? And this is not a paid request. If the person wanted to remain anonymous, I have nothing against that. That's perfectly fine. If people want to request something, you want to be anonymous, no worries with me. But he wanted me to talk about Ninja Operation 7, aka Royal Warriors. Now, you're wondering, what the hell is that? Well, first let me say, for those interested in requesting any type of videos, topics, reactions, commentaries, reviews, re-reviews. I will try to get to them as soon as I can. Obviously, because of the defreeze and all this other stuff, losing power, is going to be that just is one of those things you can't control. But I will definitely promise to get to it as soon as I can. It will be done. And you just send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Now, like I say, this is for Royal Warriors, aka Ninja Operation 7. Almost said Ninja 7. Although there probably is one of the titles on one of this guy's films. And the guy I'm talking about is Godfrey Ho. And you're like, what the hell is Godfrey Ho? Godfrey Ho is a guy that had a habit of doing these films where he would take one movie, and I don't know if it was a movie that didn't sell or just a movie that he had in his back pocket, and he's like, let me take footage out of it. And then I'm going to film, or I filmed a bunch of scenes with this actor or a couple of these actors, and so I'm just going to take these bits and pieces, put them into this other film, redub it to make it, quote, sync up, and it's this weird multitude of two, sometimes three, but usually two movies put together. And it's usually one that is people with ninja bandanas that clearly say ninja, and they either star Richard Harrison or this one guy named Pierre Kirby or these other folks. And you could tell there's two movies because these characters never interact with these characters, or if they're talking, you could tell they're kind of looking off to the side, and that the background is like a wall or some very plain thing, while over there is like trees and other shit. Like you tell, like those, it's a cut and paste hack job that Godfrey Ho was known for throughout the 80s, and he did a shitload, dozens of these type of films, and a lot with Richard Harrison, which I know he was embarrassed by, because I'm sure he was hired to film a couple movies, but then by taking footage here and there was able to be implemented in like a dozen or so of these ninja movies, where they wear either purple or yellow outrageous garb that even the fucking village people would scoff at. And again, you know they're ninja because they got a big bandana that says ninja. And I don't know why usual attire is purple or yellow or such. Very flamboyant. I don't know why. I just, Godfrey Ho has a thing for that. I don't know. I mean, the plot of the film. What the hell can I say about the plot of the film? It's purple, purple wearing white guys who look like hillbillies waiting for a Jeff Foxworthy stand up. They're wearing headbands that say ninja on them, and something about a map for a gold mine. And Richard Harrison, he also has bandana with his two buddies with ninja on as well, only they're not wearing purple. They're wearing at first well, not even army fatigues, but kind of camouflage, but not really. But they have the ninja headbands as well. Cut to, there's a bunch of women being chased by these bad guys. And you know they're in the same movie because Richard Harrison and his two guys see a shot, they talk, and it's dubbed in. Oh, we see what this is. But neither the tweens shall meet. Instead, to sync it up, they film a random woman in a pink shirt that was none of the women that were being chased. None of them had pink shirts. And here's a bad guy that was none of the bad guys being chased. But they make that up so that Richard Harrison and his two buddies can shoot the bad guys. And at first, they don't help because our orders are to stay here. And then, as in, we're not in that movie, so we can't help. And then they film, I did some pink lady chased by bad guys. I'm like, pink wearing lady isn't with the group. Now, the other film, the original film, you sometimes wonder what the hell the plots of these were, because it's women being chased, I guess done in for slave labor. There's a female Tarzan, a lady running around the jungle with barely any clothes and looking like a female Tarzan. There's a guy with a hat with a shotgun that gets a bit of shotgun fun. And there's these other two guys with some girls, and they're able to get a bit martial arts. And I think the guy with the hat, his sister or his girlfriend died, and then he's trying to find these girls, and those other people trying to find these girls. But within the story they implement in here with the other footage, it's something to do with the map for a gold mine. And just some of the dialogue that they put in because of the fucking dubbing. Like the hillbilly redneck wearing purple garb as a wannabe ninja. Again, ready for, I don't know, Larry the Cable Guy to come in and get her done. With a big old mullet to give people Tears for Fears. He says a line, I had to write this down. Don't pull such a long face on me. You and I have been friends for 10 years. And talking to his cohort, which is a bad guy from the original movie. At one point, a cobra is used to stop rapists. The Richard Harrison stuff, he pops in every once in a while. His two buddies get killed. Richard Harrison sets up traps, including a trap with Coca-Cola cans to signal when the bad guys are coming. Oh, and the bad guys, and ultimately Richard Harrison at the end, the good guy, they'll throw these ping pong balls, colored ping pong balls that are explosives. Meanwhile, it gets to be hard to follow because you're taking a film which more than likely was 80, 90 minutes long, and you're cutting 15, 20 some minutes out of it to just piece together with all this new footage of Richard Harrison and his buddies dealing with these ninjas. And I wouldn't say I was bored because they're so ridiculous, these Godfrey Ho movies, and they definitely try to inject a lot of action. So you're either laughing at the action or you're laughing at the audacity of what the fuck Godfrey Ho is doing. I think that's one of the reasons why this stuff has a bit of a fan base. Because it gets to be so ridiculous and laughable, they just don't fucking hell. So you have the original movie where, again, at one point some of them are on a boat, or at one point they're attacked by natives. I don't know, they're supposed to be cannibals or something. And at one point they get to a cave where there's the female Tarzan, and then there's this old woman that lives in the cave. I'm like, is she a witch? She looks like a witch. She, I guess, the mother of this female Tarzan gal, and she talks with it. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I guess really, maybe Godfrey Ho felt, I'm gonna take that movie and cut off all the boring bits, as in dialogue and characters. Just I'm like, who the hell's that guy? Who's that girl? How do they pertain to each other? How do they know this person? How does this person know the female Tarzan? Good luck trying to figure all that shit out. Because I think the stuff that would make you kind of get what's going on, was all edited out to put in the Richard Harrison setting up traps, or his buddies getting killed, or Richard Harrison killing the bad guys' cohorts, or so forth. Which I find funny, they're ninjas, but for the most part they're using shotguns and pistols. And the other people, the original film, they never deal with ninjas because that was never part of it. Ninja Operation 7. And Royal Warriors, what's royal about it? Royal Rumble? Fuck. All of them are better than shit like this. Even some of the worst Royal Rumbles. I mean, you do get some martial arts, battle in caves. It's laughable. It's shitty. But at the same time, it's somewhat entertaining. And I wasn't bored with it. I was kind of laughing at it for a chunk of it. Spoiler alert at the end, during the cave system of events, our good guys defeat the bad guys. The lead bad guy, I guess, is trying to get treasure, at least that's what the dub says, and then some rocks fall, and you think he's dying, and then the dub of the hero says, we should leave. Oh, I doubt there is any gold anyway. Or, you know what, even if there is, it belongs to the people. Or, you know what, we shouldn't say anything and don't tell anybody there's gold here so that the people who live here will be left alone. And then cut to Richard Harrison meets up with Mr. Redneck, Mr. Billy Bob Dumplin, having a fight where they're clothed normal garb, then they do this, and then they vanish. They literally vanish and teleport, and they come back, and Richard Harrison is dressed all up in yellow, and the bad guy's dressed up in purple, so that their stunt doubles can come in and do a 30-second sword fight. That is only 30 seconds long. And it ends with the bad guy throws a ping pong. Richard Harrison's character flips, throws a ping pong, hits the bad guy, who gets blown off his feet and dies. The end. Ninja bandana and all. I mean, what more can I say? So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later.